All right, let's talk about our match. We got SRPeakCheck taking on Ereus here today. We're in lower bracket here. We're going to start off actually taking a look at our bracket. We've got Wasp taking on Incendia and Ereus taking on SRPeakCheck in your lower bracket. We just had Incendia on that map 5 banger they had against 0907. Actually, both Wasp and Incendia lost some map 5 bangers. SRPeakCheck and Ereus both got 3-0'd. But by, Quick and TA, no shame in that. Quick kind of looking back in form a little bit. But this should be a fun matchup. This should be a really fun matchup. Both Lars and Cloudy like to play off the meta. Malgog obviously got nerfed into the dirt a couple of days ago with that patch we saw come through on Tuesday. I want to go back and check the head-to-head from regular season. Because, yeah, I was going to say, I remember it being, like, right there towards the end. It was a 3-1 SRPeakCheck. We got to keep an eye on just, like, what maps were picked there. Always curious to see, when you have a head-to-head and then go back and look at that same matchup a couple weeks later to see what kind of adjustments are made, what kind of changes. We're into our pick bands here for our first map. We are going to get Nepal. Nepal randomly chosen, but SRPeakCheck will start on the right-hand side. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. Lower bracket. Remember, we are in lower bracket round 1. SRPeakCheck coming in as your 5th seed. And Ereus coming in. Snag that 8th seed. All right, looks like we're getting into this. May and Lucio banned out from map 1. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So Ereus did ban the May. I mean, with the Lucio on the other side, honestly, I was like, man, you know what? That may go either way. That really could, no pun intended. That really could go either way. HES, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Violet being LFT is crazy. That is wild. I don't know who they're going to get. Oh, Lars coming out on the Zarya. What a dangerous pick to start off on. I mean, the Reinhardt can be so dangerous against the Zarya comp. But you know what? They did keep Jesper Swag up in the skies very intentionally, knowing what Cloudy and company's rolling out with. Cloudy and company really taking their sweet time. What are we doing? All right. Getting all their cooldowns. We're just going to run on a point. XSJ, since the May's banned out, will be in the Cassidy. Jesper Sag is kind of just prodding from around the top. Is keeping XSJ and Ilpy on their toes there in the back line. Looks like a lot of focus onto the take. And you can see with Lars has got to be so careful about closing this gap. Oh, Cloudy's going to close it for them. That was a quick teleport up. An aggressive move actually gets punished. So SRPeakCheck come out of their hidey hole and immediately Ereus are able to pounce on them. And get the flip. SRPeakCheck did build up 33% through this first fight, though. Oh, good reminder on... How did that get pinned? Eggs must be expensive. That is, wow. I mean, egg stocks are going up. Yeah, Matrix ready. Here for the Carton Dweller. Drift Thruster Barrage over the front door. Immortality is keep them alive, and Eat Girl Slayer threw down, well, the Name Matrix as well. Still, they're going to get popped in the back. Minimal healing left for Cloudy as they back up into the stables. XSJ with some good cover, but Jesper Shrag gets the rocket down. It's a split second too late to save their tank, but it could be enough to save the fight. That's a quality pin. No, that is a quality pin. I 100% approve. Sure, I mean 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 joke. Groka, thank you for being here. Teleport in. Where did the bomb come in? From top from the high ground. Good defense from the photon barrier and an orbital array to help survive for the Kitsune and rush on to this point out of areas. Once again, SRPeakCheck move in and just kind of evict everybody off the point. That is a teleporting Deadeye coming out from XSJ. They're sitting at 56 health, daring anybody to step in front of their crosshairs. Nobody does. 75% now picked up. Cloudy coming up on a shatter, teleport up to the top. These teleports are what got them punished in the first place, but still, SRPeakCheck are not content to just sit on the objective and wait to get grabbed. Orbital raid out throw to the point, though. SR Cloudy put themselves into a corner. Just got demolished. Little Juno on Juno action here against the wall. Still results in an Ereus fight win once again. This one's going to go down to the last engagement, it seems. Ereus could probably get one more attack. If SRPeakCheck are able to win this out. With Grav and Barrage, I imagine this will take a minute. I'd anticipate Ereus being able to build up to into the 90s during this fight. See that teleporter thrown all the way over. It ends up being a bit of a bait. Cloudy back into the yellow lion. Love to see it. It's come off of Emperor Reinhardt into true Cloudy form. There's a lot of people piled up here on this high ground. That could have been a juicy shatter. It's going to be a drop down. Cloudy daring, baiting anybody to come in. It's one bubble used out of Lars. Still has one in the pocket. Circling around with the grab. Deadeye up from SSJ as the pin puts Lars way back up against the wall. The grab comes in. I'm noticing a tragic lack of red jerseys on that objective. You know, I mean, you got red in the kill feed. Oh, that's a reschedule. Oh, I know what that is, too. That was yesterday's expert match. That's Quack versus Velto. Oh, there's no center pillar. I was thinking it was a center pillar. Damn my shitty map knowledge. I'm usually so good at backing through the maps. Ooh! Aggressive teleport into the corner. Quick do-si-do out from Ereus. Lars doesn't go far. And is able to kind of hold the line at this choke. And it's got Ilpi caught on the outside. Okay, Ilpi's got to make the big rotation. Still, SRPeakCheck are able to kind of fortify up there. Cloudy makes a big move onto the objective. This is going to get them to cap. I'm guessing it was a teleporter set it from Danon as we're seeing. Yep, there it is. Both EGS and Danon accompanying them onto the point. Nice to see Danon back in action. I feel like we haven't seen Danon in week 7 when we saw SRPeakCheck. I feel like Danon wasn't playing. There's Danon coming in with a nice 2-piece here in this fight. Not only do SRPeakCheck actually get first cap, but they win first engagement this time as well. So 30% in counting here, and they're going to be able to fortify this choke. Sleek leading the way in ult charge here in this. I mean, just absolute kick-ass LeSeraphim skin. It's maybe my favorite of the LeSeraphim skins. I love this Ashe skin so much. I don't know, it's tough. The Yari skin's so good. Speedering to help close the distance. Cloudy trying to pin out that 92% towards that shatter. Moves on to the objective just to deny a free cap out of Bob. But Texel comes up with back-to-back headshot picks from the bridge. Oh, my. Sending kunai into the hearts of SRPC fans everywhere. Love the bop from Sleek on that one, putting a lot of point pressure down in conjunction with the pressure on the Cloudy. It created it forced the rotation out of SRPeakCheck. Oh, this is a very quick weave take. Just give it up for free. Danon finds a kill into Jesper Swag. The rest of the team trying to get out. Mars holding the line here at the doorway. Does have grab, but we're looking at Shatter on the other side. Can play around Lars's bubble. Does have one in the pocket. There's that bubble used. Kitsune Rush basically just means infinite bubbles. Grab, throw it in. You bet. With the Kitsune Rush, there should be enough follow-up. Barrage over the top will get it done. Nice fight out of Ereus. They do invest 3 ultimates to get that one done. And they have to give up control of the point in the middle of the fight. But they do get it in the end. Roarheart? It's not bad. That's not bad. Pin in on the Sleek. Nailed it. Ant Matrix on the point out of EGS, and SSJ has already leveraged that into 1 pick, but here comes Lars. Nice little jump up from EGS, but guess what? Guess who also has jump ups? Lars is right on your heels. Oh, no. Okay, looks like Jesper Swag's able to stay in lobby. I mean, had used Barrage in the previous fight, it wouldn't have been a huge loss as far as ultimate charge, but just the positioning. So, I mean, with Ereus desperately trying to keep this pressure on, we've seen time and time again, as soon as the teleport to point happens, which is happening now, it ends up being a quick flip the other direction. Lars staying on the objective, killed the teleporter. May have been a little bit of a bait. AGS going down, 90% on the board. Lars not able to get the bubble up in time for the pin, and the Solo Shatter's going to land. The initial damage makes quick work of the Zarya. And that's the opening pair of picks necessary. Not to mention a kill on the Texall before they're able to get this Kitsune Rush into the fight. Ends up being a huge boon for SRPeakCheck. Cloudy will send Bob into the void below. You still have Sleek and Jesper Swag playing along bridge side. But there's the flip coming through for SRPeakCheck, 93%. This is going to go to one last 99 fight. One long distance rocket out of Jesper Swag by Zilpi at the beginning of the fight. Kitsune Rush out from Texall as they just swift step into the sky. Graviton Surge on the back of the point, and Jesper Swag's pouring rockets into the back of it. It's going to be a gong of death here at the end. And a 2-0 for Ereus on Nepal. Oh, that gun sounds so cool. That gun sounds so cool. They haven't decided yet. No, they're picking a map still. This is the Quack map. All right. Where's your background music? There's your background music. Let's take a look at some stats. Actually, let's get the map pick first. We'll look at stats when they're figuring out their lineups. All right, so Havana picked here out of SRPeakCheck. They're going to stay on the right-hand side, and they banned out the DPS. So whichever DPS gets banned out is an SRPeakCheck ban. All right, let's go look at some stats. We won't be able to see the other band. It just goes right into the finalizing lineup screen, so there's nothing more to glean from that page. Lars, 20-3 in the Zarya. Even going into a Reinhardt for both maps, you know, in a bubble, in a vacuum, that is a terrible matchup for Lars. But, you know, this game doesn't quite work that way. And they're able to kind of maintain their distance. Sleek and Jesper Swag putting in a lot of work in the DPS role. Look how much more damage they had in the DPS on the opposite side. Whew. Oh, do we have Preds going here? I get some Preds going. Oh, we didn't match Preds. I will say, doing individual map preds gives like people who come in late who like didn't catch map 1 a chance to get into the voting. And we're starting to get a few more people in here as we're getting into playoffs. Could be worth go ahead and swap it over to doing map preds. Reinhardt, Ramatra out of both of our squads, but Ereus do not opt for the close hold that's been so popular here of late. Hey. Hit Notkeys is not on Overwatch. There we go. Let's go check in on this dead adventure. That adventure's so nasty, so fun to watch. Jesper Swag, though, it was Jesper Swag's adventure that got him into our highlight reel for week 7. Actually found first pick. Gets traded out. It's a 3v3 here on this point. EGS has already picked up Texal. And there's a couple more piling on. The dominoes fall for the defense. So far, so good here. 1 fight, 1 win out of SRPeakCheck. They'll round this second corner and start making their way towards the distillery. No ultimates online just yet. Slink kind of got shut down that first fight, eh? Only about 34% here towards that opening bomb. XXJ, similar story, but you know what? You're not relying on the damage output from the Mei as much. Sleek not quite able to lock down the shots. There goes one good headshot on the LP. Ooh, a couple dangerous ones on the EGS. And the Suzu just in time to deny the damage out of that dynamite. Now the container rush is on the point with EGS still alive and standing, but XSJ is taken down. Sleek eventually lines up the headshots here from the crow's nest. And the defense at a good spot. Looks like they're going to hold this one flawlessly. Spectre out here says, I got to rep Simon. Who's Simon? You got it, Mr. DM. Danit is on the move, trying to go up to the high ground, pushes him out from behind the amp matrix. A well-timed drill dash. We'll build up the rest of this ultimate as well as deny value. EGS able to find 3 through all of that to boot. Knocked out into the welcoming arms of the lethal carry and comes up with 4 in that fight. What a play out of Dan and EGS. That was spectacular. Like, okay, like that needs to go in our week 8 highlights. That was sick. That was sick. It was a well drawn up play. The victim off the high ground, it just timed so perfectly to deny the value from Texal's amp matrix. You know, I don't know if that was serendipitous or if Danny was just waiting for the perfect moment in anticipation of that. Either way, you take those. You take those. Mr. Butler thrown on to the point here from Sleek off the high ground. Dannon's able to get up there and chop them down. Cloudy popped the annihilation through all of this. 5v4 for SRPeakCheck on the attack. Jesper Swag dives in. Good burst damage. Finds XSJ. Very quickly, the favor is returned. Tectonic Shock off the high ground. Gets the drill dash in, but Lars not looking much worse for wear. Textile is able to provide great healing there from that high ground. Immortality field to just dissuade Danid from trying to pressure the Baptiste. Rotation to the outside here from the remaining players of SRPeakCheck. XSJ pushing in through the front door. Yeah, you bet. You're not risking too much of an off angle. Actually ends up rolling back in and kind of regroup with the team, and it's just a punch right up the gut here from SRPeakCheck. They've got this Consuming Rush to work with, trying to get everybody max value out of it. Let's get the camera in a better place than that. Sleek off the Ash after using that last bomb has gone over to a Sojourn and is keeping LP out of this fight. Keeping him from building up the rest of that orbital as well. It's going to force the EGS to switch that back, and they get a kill onto Jesper. So like, what peel out of EGS? EGS has been just lights out lethal Almost got Texall with that second shot. Still has the opportunity to finish off the Baptiste. Lands a kunai and a punch, but looked like the regenerative healing was good, and Texall still holding down the fort. Meanwhile, Lars ulting on the front line to pick up 2, and the defense stabilize on the back of it. Buck 41 remain. KDM got banned, like got their account banned. Nemesis form pop, Immortality Field used a bit early in that fight, it feels like, out of Texall. They end up having to drop down. Both DPS are down there waiting for him. So the BAP just ends up corralled into a terrible spot. XSJ playing a little cart princess at the moment. Lars pops back out, hopeful that this Orbital Ray will get to the point in time to save this objective. Indeed, lands right over the point, but just as a fate. Sectonic Shock, Deadeye, and Annihilation thrown in from SRPeakCheck here with 45 seconds to go. Heavy investment, but a heavy return on it. They'll get the second point. Defense do save some ultimates. It's just under 2 minutes for SRPeakCheck to push through one of the most difficult points in all of the escort maps. Overclock from the high ground. Well, available. And Matrix is actually dropped here at this front corner. This is going to empower Lars push forward. Has double healing to work with here for a moment. Would really like to get a pick. Cloudy actually going over to Azaria. So a little bit of a switcheroo from what we saw in Nepal. Kasune rush up. Oh, I mean, just so many bubbles, so much damage. That Annihilation's not going to last long. Use more defensively than to try to get any damage down. Sleek providing some Overwatch from the high ground. Pun fully intended. But the target's not presenting themselves. SRPeakCheck do not peek out in front of it. Good shots out of EGS fight Sleek. Yet again, EGS delivering first blood. This takes so much sustain or so much power out of this composition. Excuse me. Oh, it looks like a couple of vulnerable squishies there. By the way, in the meantime, Jesper Swag picks up 2 kills in a 1v5. This creates a 4v3 mismatch as SRPeakCheck push this corner. Orbital Ray in the pocket of this defense. Cloudy's almost built up towards this first barrage, though. Ooh, XSJ shut down. The grab is in. I don't think it was enough to survive through that. Might have been able to stop the Deadeye, but they can't stop the orbital grab combo. And now Ereus be forced to make a retake here inside the fortress. Good news is it's going to be in overtime. Mid-official? Like just now? Wait, what? Wait, what? I figured you meant like, you know, in ranked or something. You know, like had reports on them and mid-official versus Incendia. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of controversy around KDM. I've heard that basically since I started casting FACEIT. To get banned in the middle of a lower bracket playoff match, though. Anyway. Three points on the board for SRPeakCheck. It takes until overtime to get it done, but I mean, 3 points on Havana is job done. You know, pat on the back. Now it's time for your defense to go to work. That is insane. That is insane. All right. Man, little turntables here. Jesper Swag, you know, coming out on the Symmetra. What if Danon's like, hey, wait a minute. Oh, I love the Ana pick here for the spawn break, especially with the new design on Havana. Yeah, you can just sit up here and cause so much problems. I mean, kills are being traded out in SRPeakCheck's favor, but the spawn hold has been broken. It's just a matter of time, I think. I mean, you still have both supports here. Maybe they can stall it out long enough for Danon to get back. Yeah, I mean, that's, of course Ocean is messaging. Like, I saw. I saw. Voice Bird, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. All right, quick teleport into the post office. Looping back around to the back of cart. SRPeakCheck. Swap to a Winston here. This is an interesting dive into Sleek. There's a swift step in just to ensure that LH Cloudy stays alive through that engagement. XSJ with a couple of nice size sickles. Dead Eye out of Sleek here with orbital up from LP, though. That is just so much damage. EGS comes up with yet another pick. What a sleep dart. That was a random sleep dart. Look at a very broken fight, though. The defense is starting to fall apart. Danny gets a long distance kill down on Texal, speaking of ranged. We're surprised the hacker got banned just in general. Oh, we got a couple of ults coming in here. Container Rush Blizzard out of the defense. Lars able to muscle through it, though. Swap to Zarya at some point. I didn't even get a chance to talk about that. There's been a lot of distracting KDM conversation going on. I mean, understandable. It's pretty wild to get banned mid-official. Not to mention a lower bracket playoff match. Watch for Lars hanging up on the high ground. I love the jump ups. I think it's such a cool perk. Oh. Grav actually caught Dan in it. I was hoping to pick up LP. May have been able to get an early pick on Dan. And we'll come around and finish off Dan eventually. Cloudy, only one left here with this Primal Rage. We'll say defense held till OT, so only 2.5 to work with heading... Oh, Lars. I guess Lars doesn't have jump ups. No, that's definitely jump ups. It's not Graviton Crush, is it? Maybe it is Graviton Crush. Because those were definitely not very big jumps. I don't know, I swear that's the jump ups logo. Anyway. Teleport rotation into the back as we once again kind of get the trademark map flip out of SRPeakCheck. But Just for Swag is able to move in, find XSJ, and a bit of a duel along the outside right now. There's that along the outside again. Along the outside. Along the outside. I just gotta get that out of my vocabulary. Now, the problem with SRPeakCheck flipping this point is, yeah, you give over this valuable high ground. And so Sleek and Jesper Swagger are just able to sit up on this catwalk, kind of rain damage in. Ereus have been so good at catching the teleport engages. Oh, great coach gun. Slake sends Lilish Clay right back down into the pack of people. Look like that scene out of Starship Troopers. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie. Great movie. Classic. Absolute classic. One of the creatures grabs the soldier and throws them into the pack of the rest of the bugs. Ah, that's what that reminded me of right there. Tectonic Shock in this small hallway could be dangerous. We are going to get a quick teleport out, though. Zdandit and company are able to bail before the ultimate's unleashed. Blizzard on the point catches Jesper Swag, and now the drop down with the photon barrier over the point. Orbital Ray invested as well as a nano boost onto Lars. They're going to throw the Graviton Surge in, grabs a primaling Cloudy in it. Also got XSJ, who is quite low. XSJ is able to drop the Cryo Freeze, see if they can top back up on health. Cloudy finds Pingu through that primal. Now it's both tanks going face-to-face on the point, and EGS is here with a Kitsune Rush to give this defense the edge with 3 seconds to go. SRPeakCheck are tying us up here on Havana. Sleek was the only one close. They are down. The Tracer won't make it. That's the map. That's what I was thinking, y'all. Thank y'all. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that has to be the Jump Ups logo. I swear when they were doing their right-click jumps, it just wasn't really going. Like, I was expecting... I've played a lot of Zarya since patch. All right, anyway, since perks have come out. That's probably my most played hero since perks have come out. All right. Deeply cursed image. It is a little... Like, I feel like I need an upside-down Winton emote just for when Cloudy pulls out Winton. All right, Colosseo pick out of Ereus heading to the map 3. Oh, sound clash. Oh, no, never mind. We're good. We're good. I like sticking here not only because I want to see the map ban. I want to see the hero type that first gets banned out. Because then I don't have to ask the teams. And I hate having to ask the teams. If I can just figure it out on my own, let's figure it out on our own, you know? All right, so it's Ereus with first banned here. All right, what do we see in there? That's map 1. Let's look at some map 2. Much, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That felt really close, actually. I mean, it's despite SRPeakCheck getting, I mean, they made the most of it. I mean, it's something I see. A lot of the times, you know, when it feels like the team fights are very close when looking at deaths and elims. But SRPeakCheck are able to make the most of each of those team fights. I mean, they capped all 3 points in what feels like the same amount of team fight wins. Pingu actually with fewest deaths there in map 2. Ooh, Lars and Cloudy are only separated by 90 damage. Oh, excuse me, 110. Other way. 110 damage separate our 2 tanks there, with Lars taking top damage in the lobby at just over 17k. Winton with a Ryan Hammer? Yes, Maddie? I like it. I like it. What were our bans? We said that Ereus banned out the support, so Ereus banned out Yari? Which Ilpi has a mean Yari. It's actually a good ban. It's actually a really smart ban coming into Colosseo. And it was a Ash ban from the other side. So, targeting Slake, who has been quite nasty. Lars says that FACEIT messed up their map pick. So it's not Colosseo. It's not Eichenwalde. It's not about the import slot. I mean, Violet's going to be expensive. I mean, I guess having the import slot's still important. I mean, like that. I didn't mean that. That came off wrong. That came off a little harsher than I intended. But I don't think it would be the import slot that's going to restrict NA teams from picking up Violet. I think it will be being able to match the salary put up from, I don't know. I mean, I imagine Zeta was paying, but I know those EU teams are putting up decent salaries. We got the Lars Wrecking Ball here on point A. Ooh, that was close to being an environmental. I guess there was a swift step available from EGS. But this defense is feeling the pressure. There was a lot, still some low health bars in the back. They're finally kind of stabilizing a little bit. Lars had to cycle out. XSJ comes up with 2. Holding the front bridge, not letting anybody past. Go join in on the fun. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was replacing Faith with Violet. Was kind of my gut reaction as well, Power. That was my gut reaction as well. Cloud is going to fight Bolts in the back, but, you know, it's a 2 for 1. Defense able to at least all kind of regroup in the house. This has opened up space just for Jesper Swag to start pouring rockets into said house. 96% picked up as Cloudy makes her way back onto the point to try to deny the rest. But is out here all alone. Only 60 health left on that shield as the mines come down. And it's just enough to force Cloudy off the point. Get the kills necessary. Close out this first point. Which someone? I jest. Teleport out of the objective. It's the SRPeakCheck special. Drop it and flip the map. The problem with this all day long has been Ereus has been so good at reading this and then rotating forward and grabbing high ground and shooting back down on the point, which is exactly what we're seeing here. The maps are designed for defender advantage. And the problem with flipping the point is if the attackers are quick enough to make this rotation, and Ereus have successfully done so all day long and succeed in doing so here again, despite the Kitsune rush out from SRPeakCheck, Ereus are able to take it to maximize the defender's advantage when the point gets flipped. How can you have a vendetta against Falcons? Big slam! Good sound barrier out of Volta. Jesper Swag is able to drop a barrage up on the top. We did hear a Deadeye through that as well, but I don't know that XSJ was able to catch anything with it. Jesper Swag was trying to pour some rockets in, but there comes the space beam out from inside the walls. This forces Ereus out into the corners. Kitsune Rush thrown onto the point, Sleek with an overclock. From the top of the bridge, just shooting down. Beautiful sight lines. Good headshot on Danon across the way, but can't follow a wop. You got a Cloudy in your face. But the Lion is sleeping tonight. The hamster is roaring. I mean, I'm a diehard Dallas Fuel fan, so it was like an automatic love for Falcons. I'm also actually a big Surmajed fan. Genuinely super nice guy. Genuinely super nice guy. And somebody that, like, we notoriously ran into each other at, like, every LAN. I mean, back when Surmajed was in Contenders. And we'd like always shake my hand and say hello, and you know, I was just this kind of nervous old man path to pro caster. And Surmajed was always super kind to me. And even after moving to Falcons and getting big and all that stuff, even at DreamHack Dallas came up and shook my hand and said hi and was like, "Hey, it's good to see you." And I was like, "Hey man, it's good to see you succeeded and popping off and living in Korea." So from all the memes of Sir Mached as the bench warmer or whatnot, honestly, super, super nice guy. Like, I can't help but be a fan. Great attack out of Ereus here. They're putting in back-to-back fight wins after, I mean, it took them a while to kind of get rolling, but once they did, they've been able to leverage that. Whoa, where is that barrage? Barrage in the top left corner. Sneaky out of Jesper Swag, and EGS falls on the back of that AMP Matrix. This is looking like a team wipe, and a stroll through the daisies. A tiptoe through the park for Ereus. Sauntering into the back of Eichenwalde. Oh, see, now y'all are actually talking about Mached. I don't know if that's just because I was talking about Mached or if y'all kind of just instinctively landed on the same point before the delay kicked in. It's hard for me to tell, right? I am unironically a Sir Mached fan, though. I kind of agree that's actually a huge waste of talent in the funniest way. But, I mean, Sir Mached's getting the bag. Like, I don't know. Sir Mached may have the best gig in all of Overwatch. You're on a championship team. You don't have to do fuck all. And you get paid big bucks. No, I jest. There's memes aside. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of pressure. Can you imagine having to keep your Overwatch chops up good enough to think that you could even belong on the same team with the likes of Hanbin, Fielder, and Chio? And Smurf, Proper, Stalker. I mean, I can't imagine the pressure, in all sincerity, to be on a team like that, of how you must feel as a player. All right. Lionheart Cloudy was back on the case and on the attack. I think this is where SRPeakCheck likes to be. They prefer this attacking side. Ereus got to pick, so Ereus is the one who chose to go on the attack first. So far, so good here. One and done seems to be the case on point A. Nice kill from Texal, and is able to swift step out, but won't get the cap in the end. This is actually going to be some late staggers, which are very important, because this could be an opportunity. I mean, there's no Symmetra here for SRPeakCheck, so they weren't gonna like do the teleport to high ground or anything. So the late staggers onto the supports could give the opportunity for SRPeakCheck to start grabbing some space in the castle if they want to. You see the speed ring here; they don't look to be too anxious to push off the cart. Wait, what did Chio said do? I didn't hear about any of this. I just know Chio as being a fantastic main support. Nice little tech off of the cart there. Lars doing the quick bounce. He gets the pile drive, and Jesper Swag finds a kill. Cloudy low, one more rocket will do it. Oh, clipped the side of the wood there, and then the heals came through. Eventually, Lars gets the roll through. His defense stabilizes. Still 4.5 minutes left on the clock for SRPeakCheck. And then we're starting to come up into an ult rotation. Could be pretty messy for both teams here, though. All right, we're getting the Winton with the Rhine Hammer. I feel a disturbance in the force. After the barrage, Cloudy gets hunted down in the stairwell. Still, there's a Kitsune rush up here, excuse me. There's a Kitsune rush available here for SRPeakCheck. Dan has actually got the Tectonic Shock up Pushed down to the far end of the bridge, and XSJ's been able to secure the underside of the archway. Great look at the back of the cart. Despite Cloudy falling early, they're able to win it out in the end, start getting some progress here. Sleek swaps to the Cassidy. Lars with mines coming back in. It was a big old fight indeed. Ooh, a low EGS saved by the very edge of that bubble. Kitsune Rush thrown out over the bridge. Mines on the back of the point. SRPeakCheck are going to just all kind of back up behind it. Everybody except for Danid, that is. Danid holding up close. Here comes Cloudy to join in on the fun. Slake wins that one out with 21 health remaining. But this cart's very near its, well, at least battering down this door. Second point. So on that nice edge, the defense looks to be able to hold. Lars, a beautiful slam down onto a low LH Cloudy. Ends up being a tank trade, but Sleek follows up with a pair of kills. Nearly a back cap, but Sleek comes up with another one. Good fight there for Sleek. A little double roll through from XSJ, using the Tidal just to reload. Meanwhile, a couple of DPS ults available. There's the Concussive Implosion alongside of Mirage, who will pick up two. At least do enough damage where Sleek can finish off the second. Orbital Whale on the point from SRPeakCheck. Not going to get it done. Just Cloudy left, surrounded. Another stop out of Ereus' defense. 90 seconds remain here for SRPeakCheck to get up the dud. 6v6? Question mark? Oh, the Concussive almost catches EGS. Did some good damage there. And SRPeakCheck definitely like this Kitsune Rush. Count on this Kitsune Rush in this fight. The question is, how do they want to use it? Whoa, whoa! Beautiful shooting on EGS to take Jesper Swag down. Swift step in. There's the Kitsune Rush right in front of the doors. Ideal placement on that. Sound barrier thrown in from this defense. Mine and a rush from them as well. Lars will get taken down on the bridge, finding themselves mismatched entirely. The rest of the defense just kind of forced to wait on the outside. Almost got a touch, but XSJ will keep him at bay. The Deadeye for the point C, the point B cap. Lionheart Cloudy back on the case. Lars goes over into Joker Queen here for this final hold. 90 seconds to hold one corner. Tectonic Shock out of Danid. Pick up Sleek in the back. Jump up. Ooh, get some good damage on to Jesper Swag. Ooh, and the kill with the emerge. Less than a meter to go. That's going to be the cap. A bit of a lack of touch there at the end. Can't help but feel that Ereus could have held that for a little bit longer. SXJ drops, their own C9 in the chat. Still a exactly 90-second lead as far as time bank here for Ereus. doing? That's kind of cool. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. A little early damage. A little early ult charge. Oh, the hinder. I think might have saved Lars there. I don't know if you end up on the low ground. I think you might have been toast. Good push here so far at extras. Early position right on the objective. So, which typically a two-stage process to get onto this point. SRPeakCheck have been able to kind of cheat the first stage. You should be able to one and done this, but you know what? You still got to win this second stage of the fight. With Sleek and Jesper Swag on the case, that's looking more and more more and more difficult. Less and less likely. Whatever I was trying to say. Oh, and I love some Venture Overwatch. I couldn't agree more, Maddie. I couldn't agree more. I've been playing a lot more Venture lately. Venture's so fun. And Danet is one of the best in the world. Needs it here. Is gonna use the burrow just to get the OT started. We'll get the yellow bar. Looking a bit surrounded in here, though. Yeah, both DPS, one on either side. That was not a very pleasant sandwich there for Venture. XSJ able to pick up one. Has the dead eye. He's gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that. Looking for Sleek along the outside. It will settle to keep Lars at bay. Now we'll just take damage onto anybody. Actually gets it down onto Lars. Get him beneath that precious armor mark. Texal playing in deep ahead of the rest of the pack. Volta goes down while Texal's in trying to get damage done. Lars is low, but gets the mines on the point. Jesper Swag still hanging out on the outside. It's an overclock out from Sleek here to try to hold this. Sleek has got LP down. It's already finished off. Danet in the barrage over the top finishes it off. It looks so winnable there for SRPeakCheck. Sleek and Jesper Swag had other plans. Nice clutch up. Do allow 90% progress. No draw here. Reinhardt simcast defense. 240. Plenty of time to get a full rotation. Now, I thought the teleporter could be used to kind of bait, like you're going to give up the first half of this point, and then, you know, maybe shift back in to take over the tower. We are seeing Cloudy keep a lot of pressure up here, but it's left the backline a bit vulnerable. And LP getting the business end of Lars' Wrecking Ball. So a quick +1 here with the support already down. It's just a game of stall from this defense to see if they can buy time, but the hammer goes flying lifeless onto the second floor of the house. An Ereus move onto this point, 5 strong to move up to match point. Whew, very close. Indeed, quite extensive. Eichenwalde map goes the way of Ereus when it's all said and done. Oh my. That huge push, I mean, they finished with such a massive time bank. I mean, they do allow the cap in the end. That 240 on the clock is good enough. I mean, that was such a huge... I hardly ever see, 240 on the clock at Eichenwalde. That is an unpopular opinion, Power. I personally, yeah, that's a very unpopular opinion. I love Eichenwalde. I think a lot of people love Eichenwalde. And I would be amongst them, 100%. Colosseo pick here out of SRPeakCheck. It was, of course, it was just push left to choose from. It looks like. I feel like it could have been push or flashpoint. Statistically, my best map. Interesting. I have no idea what my best map is. I have no idea. Probably one of the push maps. I feel like I do really well on push. I play a lot of JQ on push. I feel like I do really well on push. 90% win rate on Eichenwalde? Woo! That's impressive. That's impressive. All right, I did not catch the roll ban here, but I can imagine... actually, both... Okay. Oh. All right, cool. I didn't double check bans. Since I missed the roll ban. I wanted to go ahead and check. I would rather, ask and look like an idiot for a moment than get it wrong. So a mercy ban. So, I mean, it's got to be a roll protect there, right? Like, that's got to be a roll protect. Mercy ban coming in from SRPeakCheck. All right, let's get into map 4. Time for some Colosseo. Battle of Adventures once again here between Jesper Swag and Danon. Oh, look at this rotation. Textbook. Trademark. SRPC do-si-do. Bubble on Jesper Swag to get aggressive and onto the Reinhardt early in this first fight. I don't picture this is going to be a fight that's going to last very long. This is already looking pretty explosive. Cloudy goes pitted in. Will force some bubbles out. Lars already at 60, 80, 100 charge. That final bubble has been used. They're still toe-to-toe, and Cloudy is sub 100 health, and that shield is cracking quickly. Volta comes in for the final blow, and Jesper Swag there to follow up. Good first fight coming out from Ereus. You keep track of all your comp games in a giant spreadsheet? That's rad. That's impressive. Whoa. I think Cloudy and Jesper Swag just jump scared each other. Good wall. What a wall on XSJ. Denies that escape and a much needed first pick here for SRPeakCheck. We are looking at some ults coming up for Ereus. Sleek has already picked up one kill, kind of trying to tiptoe around the wall. Danon comes in for the finish. Texall wins the point-blank match off there. But the rest of this fight has gone the way of SRPeakCheck. Ant Matrix used to secure that cap. Spreadsheets are cool. Oh, I need to start keeping information like that for FACEIT. Honestly, if I could hire a stats person, I would. Like to just do spreadsheets and dossiers and stuff for me. Oh, oh, that hurt. That hurt. Felt that one in my bones. Four ults available for SRPeakCheck. 4 ults available for Ereus. Lars is on an adventure here in the back line. Big slam. Graviton surge from Lars and a sound barrier thrown in. Might help them survive through this blizzard. Volta somehow gets on the right side of the wall over the swings from SRPeakCheck. Jesper with a flanking tectonic shock in the back. Almost got pinned again. Yeah, I mean, it has to be a Juno Protect. Because SRPeakCheck did get first ban. So I figured it has to be a Juno Protect. That's exactly what it is. Jesper got themselves in a terrible mismatch up on that high ground. Texal's Kitsune Rush is gonna do absolutely nothing. Goose Egg. Big fight out of Dan and completely devalues the Fox Rush. Great tectonic shock. This will give SRPeakCheck the lead. I mean, sometimes you don't want to take away your own options. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Sometimes you want to protect your own options. You don't want to ban out something that you might end up wanting to go into. Oh, they have been using the BAP Juno for most of the day. Watch for the sped up here from XSJ. Okay, XSJ was just holding on the card. So while there was a lot of movement and map control being thrown out. Oh, I'm really surprised at this blizzard, actually. I'm even more surprised you catch Texal in it. You caught Texal with no swift step. Still, I mean, it's not going to get you much. If you banana. Look, come on. It's a banana. Now I just want to put a picture of banana instead of an Ana. Oh, Dan surrounded. That was like a 1v5. Got in way too deep. Just for Swag has come out of the venture duel. Goes back into the skies. I mean, very little protecting it so far. Has been such a strong pick. Just for Swag's damn good at the hero, and it's really good against the composition from SRPeakCheck. So pretty understandable why Jesper Swag's opted into this far multiple times throughout today. Great shatter. Double kill on the fire strike. Once again, the Kitsune Rush is just completely devalued. I would say the strongest ultimate from Ereus's tool chest in that current composition. You can just empower the team so much with that Kitsune Rush, and every single time, SRPeakCheck have been able to throw a wrench into the plans. I mean, Grand Barrage combo is going to be very strong here. Would anticipate to see that come out immediately. In over the top. That's 2 caught in there, but the orbital ray keeping everybody alive through it. No deaths on the back of the Graviton Surge, and still some check marks here for EGS and Danon to work with. They're going to continue to push past the checkpoint that they've already picked up and expand on their lead. Now a Wrecking Ball swap out of Lars. Jesper Swag has nothing to combo with this barrage. Let's see. Have we had a May band out yet? I think we did have the May band out already. In fact, I'm fairly confident we had the May band out already. Another good fight win here at SRPeakCheck. Ooh. Starting to feel desperate here for Ereus. Blizzard coming in now. The barrage did at least. Just hoping to catch Cloudy. I mean, Cloudy's just too quick. SRPeakCheck have really kind of found the rhythm in their rotations here. And they've been able to cinch up any weaknesses, any side where it might be vulnerable to attack from Jesper Swag or Sleek. They've been able to immediately move in. Very fast-paced Colosseo coming through from SRPeakCheck. Kills coming through off screen. The cap. To send us to that map 5. Pack coming through the big raid. Thank you so much. One last map here in our deciding lower bracket round 1. SRPeakCheck. They gotta have some momentum in their sails after that one, though, right? My goodness, what a dominant performance there on Colosseo. Okay, so we had a support band out from Ereus. There you go. So that's probably the Juno band. That's probably the Juno band right there. Let's take a look at some stats from map 4. Keezy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I mean, as the eye test felt, the stats also reflect a dominant performance from SRPeakCheck. Yeah, I thought May was banned map 1. I was fairly confident on that too, Maddie. SXJ leading the lobby in damage there, just over 8K, 17 and 5. Almost fewest deaths. Cloudy and EGS. Actually sharing fewest deaths there at 4. Zeno Bale, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Once again, Pack, I really appreciate you, the huge rage. Thank you so much, Legend. Thank you so much. All right, we're getting lineups finalized here, heading into this map 5. Oh no! Stupid ads. Oh, I'm so sorry, Maddie. Yeah, they capped. They capped. I'm so sorry, Maddie. Quick, close out the 3-0 over TA. Woo! I mean, Quick kind of, they kind of struggled a little bit at the end of regular season, right? Where they've been so dominant all season long. Dropped a couple of unexpected series there towards the end to kind of fall to 11 and 4. Ended up sharing a 3rd place tie with 0907. So to come back and take that win over TA, that's huge. That's huge. Quick are back in form. That means they're scary. And Quick are moving on to the upper bracket finals. That also means... Oh, no, okay. Quick are one step away from making it to relegation matches with that. That's what that means. Do we get the Juno ban from Ereus? Yes, we do. Wrecking Ball ban out on the other side. We're headed to Suravasa here for map 5. This is an Ereus map pick with SRPeakCheck, putting up that dominant Colosseo. And they could choose from anything, I believe, or choose from Control and Flashpoint, perhaps, since Flashpoint haven't been picked yet. And I know you can go back to Control. Either way, we're headed to Suravasa. All right, we're kicking things off. We're going into, I mean, it's tried and true. Lionheart Cloudy versus the Larza. Larzia? Laria. Yeah. Something like that. Good bubble on Jesper Swag. Able to utilize that move in. It's basically turns into an extra cooldown. And what is a delicate trade of cooldowns for that first fight for Stairwell? For this fight right here, Zarya Bubble onto such a dive-heavy, burst-heavy character like a Venture ends up just being an extra cooldown in Jesper Swag's pocket to really press the issue. And you see it resulting in a couple of early picks in this first cap here for Ereus. Behave, camera, behave. Yeah, most of the time we have seen a control pick for map 5. So the Suravasa pick is a little bit unusual. Jesper Swag having a hell of a map so far, though. Look at this. Already has first ult online. 3-piece here in this fight, if not 4. Ooh, the BAP ban? Let's double check the BAP ban. Negative. There was no BAP ban. Our support bans have been Lucio, Ilyari, Mercy, and now the Juno. There has not been a Baptiste ban at all in this series. All right, SRPeakCheck make it back onto the objective for one final fight. We are going to get the Tectonic Shock out of Jesper Swag, as one can imagine, with how much work they've been putting in. And a Kitsune Rush. Although, despite the pair of ults, this fight's actually a lot closer than I would have expected, with EGS coming up with a late kill. SRPeakCheck are still in this thing. Danny's ultimate, not even to get a shot down. The extra staying power from Ereus. The extra damage in full effect. Bit of a venture duel going on at the top. EGS does have a Kitsune Rush to throw over this objective. It's so powerful over this point. And kind of long entryways. You know, if you divide this point into a T, with the base of the T going towards the stairs, you can throw a Kitsune Rush either long ways, left to right across your screen right now, or even down one of these long hallways. It feels like it's just so powerful on this point. Graviton Surge are ready here for Ereus as they try to come take this back. First cap has long gone over to SRPC. Mr. Butler got stopped by the wall of SSJ, and here comes that Kitsune Rush, long ways across the objective. The extra healing's going to come in handy through this Graviton Surge. In fact, the sound barrier is going to be invested for both of our teams as well. Just for Shaq with a tectonic shock gets shut down by SSJ on the outside. But with EGS not in this fight, Claudia and company are going to have to win it fast. They're running out of healing to survive through any kind of prolonged engagement, and it's exactly what Ereus have been able to do. They draw this one out with some smart use of bubbles and get the kills when it's all said and done, not to mention control the point. SXJ does build up towards a blizzard through that time. And even, I mean, despite the great Kitsune Rush over the objective, it was the grab tectonic shock combo. And with both sound barriers there, it kind of lasted through the rush. Now we're getting a very aggressive Kitsune Rush out here from Ereus. Not through the long top hallway like you might anticipate, but going down low. Rotation out of SRPeakCheck, and they're able to avoid it for the most part. Here comes the re-engage. Oh, the bubble barely saving. I think it was Volta caught in that. It was hard to tell. Here comes the blizzard over the top. Bubble available for Lars to back out of it. This will get a free cap over to SRPC, but they don't have a take on this objective. Swap from one venture to another because Danon's close to this tectonic. Oh, but you've got Sleek still hiding on that far side. You see, excuse me, on coastal side. Oh, gets the boop in. I think that was 3 boops that went into that. That looked like a drill dash, a coach gun, and a Lucio click. Right click. And still they just barely push the right heart off. Yeah, that was definitely a layup. Maybe it was just the coach gun into the boop. Maybe there was no drill dash. Bob already on the point. Excavation out from Dana here on the back end, but was with the sound barrier in, there was just no shot to get anything done with that. Ereus will move up 2-0 here on Suravasa. Yeah, keep an eye on Dannon on this backside. Oh, they're going to throw a Graviton Surge right at the front door. Considering, sorry, those SSJ hiding on coastal side. But they push in and are able to get a kill with that rush and should get first cap on the back of it. Areas haven't gone far. Nobody saw that, Claudia. It's okay. Oh, cool move. Just for a second, coming in over the top, drop it down with this ultimate. 3 vulnerable targets there in the back line. You get the cryo freeze out of XSJ. Suzu out from EGS, but guess who comes up with the last laugh? You betcha, it's EGS with the kill. Rotation all the way to the coast side. Kitsune Rush thrown towards the point. Didn't quite make it onto the point. But this team's just trying to use it to poke on, see if they can find an opening pick here. You do get the cryo freeze out. This is going to mean XSJ is going to be vulnerable coming out of it. And they have this blizzard. It needs to stay alive long enough to get it out. Does. Lars bubble burned down immediately. Lars in trouble. Great focus fire there. Coming through from SRPeakCheck. Once again, EGS finds a headshot in the midst of all of this chaos. Chasing in some late kills should ensure the cap here for SRPeakCheck. We heading next door? Oh, it looks like we're going to Palace. It's actually a good spawn for Ereus. SRPeakCheck are really hoping we would get ruins on that one. They can just back up and take quick defender's advantage. Now it's a race. Wait, Wasp won? Wasp won? God, poor it's India, man. They had such a struggle bus season. Cloudy kind of got booped around a little bit on that pin. Kitsune Rush was thrown on that high ground, so you do force everybody from Ereus to vacate onto the point. Now it's just a bit of a dance around the middle of the fountain. Don't know if it's a two-step or a tango, but Ereus seem to be leading the dance. It's actually a 3v3 left on this point. Joshua Swag gets kill on EGS, puts the Tectonic Shock into play, and catches SSJ stuck by their own wall. Nice! Drill dash follow-up on a fake Jake as well. Beautiful little three-piece there for Joshua Swag. First cap goes to Ereus. Yeah, kind of unfathomable. Honestly. KDM gets banned mid-map, and Wasp still come up with the dub. Man, poor it's India. One good venture performance deserves another. Standard finds an opening pair of kills. Drill dash in. There's the finish. You can see using the was it the smart excavator? The extra excavator damage? Or the range, I mean. And that extra 20% range makes such a big difference. Makes such a big difference. Danon can actually kind of trade out and poke war. Wait in the back. Ooh, move in on the Ash. Try to get Sleek out of there. But the Suzu's used. Danon's forced out. Bubble now in for Just Respect to try to follow. Looking for a counter punch up into this high ground. In a bit of a mismatch, using the burrow right along the edge. The bubble is there for the escape. Gets an rush thrown on the point from both of our teams. XSJ still with a blizzard in case Ereus decide to get too close. SRPeakCheck are in control of this objective for now. Wall got a lot of damage and a bubble out from Lars. But Ereus able to back up, find safety. Just Respect comes in the flank to find fake Jake through all of that. Claudia now trying to back away. Lars moving on to the point. 93% on the board for SRPeakCheck as Danon comes up with a kill. Blizzard thrown in to keep anybody else from getting close. Danon got booped, but is able to get back into the ground. Merge, try to help deal with Sleek, but has to respect all that damage coming in. You got Bob, Sleek, and Texel all putting fire towards Danon's direction. LH Cloudy still left on this objective, swinging for the fences. 99% on the board for SRPeakCheck to try to force this fourth sub point. Tectonic Shock in from Jasper. Swag Cloudy just trying to keep the shield up in front of it. Sleek is trying to return on this Farah. Ereus look to have the advantage, and SRPeakCheck have to back away. They've got to regroup, lick their wounds for a moment, but they don't have much time. XSJ swapping over to... Okay. Back into the May. Sound barrier fight. Graviton Surge ready to go for Lars. Kitsune Rush out from EGS. Goes right into the middle of the point. Sleek has already picked up Danon there from the front lines. Sound barrier in from both teams. Hit everybody left on the battlefield. Graviton Surge is going to catch two in it. Danon tried to come up in the back to Jesper Swag to see if they can finish off what was left. It's Volta coming up with a kill. Nice drill dash in from Jesper Swag. And LH Cloudy falls on the point. The mighty lion, well, sleeps with the fishes. And Ereus move on in the lower bracket. GG's in the chat. It took 5 maps to decide this one. Almost go the entire distance. Whoa there, Sleek. Whoa there, buddy. I can't take credit for that one. That one was all you. that one was all you, Sleek. Yeah, Juno got banned out, so they subbed in FACEIT. Yeah, that's a good call. I failed to even touch on that. Really good catch. Really good catch. There between right after E and Grisio. Lars 28-4. There, that final map. Most damage. Actually, 14k damage for just for swag of the venture. My goodness. My goodness. Double the damage that Dan had put out with the same hero on the other side. We're also looking at Lars. I mean, approaching double damage on Cloudy. Thank you all so much for hanging out, friends. I really appreciate it. What a match. What a match. We're getting closer and closer. We're now down to top 6. Can one of these underdog squads, like Sleek and Ereus here, make it to the grand finals and an opportunity to play in the relegation matches for a shot to be in OWCS for stage 2? I mean, there's big stakes on the line here. There's lots to play for. And I appreciate everybody being here to enjoy these fantastic matches with me. And I hope to see you back here, a little bit later on for some NA. But that's all I have for you for now. Stay awesome, stay hydrated, and I'll see you all a little bit later. Bye, friends.